Everyone, it's been a while, but I am so happy to be back and I'm so happy to be making videos for you guys again. If you guys saw my last video, then you know that I had to take a little break because my son had an accident, but thank goodness he's doing so much better. He is out of a cast. He is out of the air boot that he had to wear after his cast, so he is getting back to normal. And I am, like I said, so happy to be back, so happy to be making new videos for all of you guys. And today's video, I have 3 fun projects and fairly easy projects, to be quite honest with you. So if you want to watch what I have in store for you, then go ahead and keep watching, and thank you so much for joining me today. Okay, so for the first project that we are going to be working on, we are going to be building a counter shelf. So for this, we used a white oak board. Now this board we already had from a previous job that my husband had done, so he had leftovers, which worked great because we can reuse this and build our shelves. So he is going to be cutting the board into 3 pieces. Now I will be leaving all the measurements down in the description box in case you want to recreate this, and he will be cutting the edges at a 45 angle just so that we can put them together later on. For this type of project, the one that takes over is my husband. So you're going to be seeing lots of him today here. He is the one that makes my visions come to life. So I told him previously how I wanted a shelf and how I want it to look like and what I wanted it for. So I tell him the ideas. I tell him how I want it to look like and what it is going to be for, and then he makes my visions come to life. So that is very nice that he is just up for those fun projects that we do around the home. But as you can see, we are putting the shelf together now. He did use wood glue, and he's using his nail gun just to secure everything in place, make sure nothing falls off, nothing breaks. And even though we did have the measurements of the shelf and how high I wanted it to be, when I took it inside just to kind of get an idea of how it would look and if it's good for the space, it turns out that it was a bit higher than what I wanted. So we are going to be cutting it down, and actually we cut it down like 2 more times after that, so you will get to see that later on in the video because the height was just not working for me. So we did go lower than previously planned or what I thought I wanted, and I feel like that's the best thing about doing your own custom projects, that you get to decide whether you want it a certain way or not. You get to design it the way you want it and for the space that you want it, and if it's going to be working or not for you. And like I said, I thought I wanted it at a certain height, and then after when I took it inside, I was just not happy. So that is very nice that you get to customize it for your wants and needs. So that's very nice about doing your own DIY projects. Now for the back, my husband is using this maple board that we had left over from the last project that I will be sharing with you guys. So he is cutting it to the size that we needed for the back of our shelf. If this is the first time you are watching, I want to welcome you to my channel. And if you've been here before, then welcome back. I'm so happy to have all of you guys here. But if you are new here in my channel, I do cleaning videos, home projects, as you can see, hauls, home decor. So if you're into that type of content, then I would love for you to subscribe. I will be doing a giveaway once we reach 500 subscribers, so I would love it if you go ahead and click the subscribe button, if you leave me your like and leave me your comments in the comment section below. So now that we have the back of our shelf nice and secured, next my husband is going to be cutting another piece so we can add it to the middle of our shelf. So after setting this piece into place, I took it inside and placed it in the area that I was going to be using it for. And like I said earlier, I was not happy with the height, so we went ahead and cut it a little shorter. And then we did cut it one more time after that, but I just didn't include it here on the video. And after making those adjustments, I was really happy with the height. And then I did want this piece to go against the wall, but I do have an outlet there and I do use it, so we went ahead and drilled the hole so that our outlet can pop through the little hole right there. And anyways, you will see what I'm talking about later on when I show you guys. But we are going to be filling all the gaps with this wood filler, and then my husband will be sanding it. We're going to be staining this and putting on a varnish, and that's about it. This project was really fast. I think it might have taken an hour just because you have to wait for the stain to dry and then for the varnish to dry. But honestly, it was just a fun little project that we tackled together, and I am in love with this piece, and I will show you guys in just a little bit where I am going to be using it and what I am going to be using it for. And before I forget, the stain color that we are using is the Special Walnut. I am just in love with this stain color. I have it on the coffee table that my husband and I DIY'd. I have it on my hutch. Now I have it in this shelf, and we're gonna be using it on the last project that we're going to be doing in today's video. So I really like this color, and I tried to use a different color for the last project, but I just keep gravitating towards this stain. Like I can't help it. I really like it, so that is what we're using for today's projects. And we did give 2 coats of varnish, and then we let it dry completely. I wanted to make sure that this piece was fully dried before we brought it inside. The smell can be a little strong, so I wanted to make sure it was completely dry and safe to bring into the house. And once it was, I brought it inside, and I'm going to be using this shelf for my coffee station. If you've seen some of my previous videos, then you know that I've had the hardest time finding something that could fit in my coffee station that would look nice so I can display my coffee, my cups. So since this is made specifically for this small little space, it fits perfect here. And like I told you earlier, we did make the little hole just so that we can have no issue with the cord, and it can go right up against the wall, which is nice. And then I am able to display my coffee, my sugar, my cups, and just add little pieces of decor, and I am just so happy with this. Everything is more functional and displayed very nicely. But like you guys saw, this project literally took no time at all to make, and it is beautiful. So now we're going to move into our second project, and I want to thank WhouseWe for reaching out to me and sending me their solar lights to review for free. So when you open up the box, the first thing you see is the user manual, and in this box you get 6 solar motion sensor LED lights. You also find the screws and the plastic anchors, which makes the installation process very easy. It does say that the lights are waterproof, heat resistant, and frost resistant, and you should install these lights in an area where you get a lot of sunshine, because the more sunshine it collects, the longer the lights will last at nighttime. And it also has 3 light modes. So the first one is that the lights always stay on, but on a medium, it's a medium light. The second mode is that the lights, when they have no motion, they are dim. And then when it detects motion, the lights will go on a highlight. And the third and final motion is the lights are turned off, and when it detects a motion, the lights will go straightly into a highlight. Now I will show you here in just a little bit. I am in my garage, but I will be showing you at nighttime how it looks. So here the lights are all on no motion, the lights are off, and then when it detects motion, the lights go on high. This is the first option. The lights are always on, but it's a medium light. And then the second motion is the light will be a dim light, but when I moved my camera right in front of it, the light did start to go on right away, and that is the highlight. And I know I started with the third mode first and then went from the first to the second, but we were playing around with it and it stayed on the third motion first. So when we were recording, it just kind of happened like that. But anyways, we are going to be installing the lights on the fence. As you saw previously, that is like the entrance to come to our backyard, and we don't have a light here. It is very dark during the nighttime, so it is nice to have a light here that when you walk past by this area for any reason, you do have a light here and it's not super dark. You can install these lights pretty much anywhere as long as they do receive enough sunshine, and I feel like they will look really good pretty much anywhere around your home. So we are installing 3 on this side of the fence, and I will show you where the other 3 we're going to be installing them in just a little bit, but it literally just took no time to install these lights. So here we have another door. This is the other side of our fence, and once again we have no light, so we are going to be installing the lights right here on the other side of the fence. These are the 3 last lights that we have, and we decided to install it here. And then after this, I'm going to show you how it looks during the nighttime.
Let's just do what you want to. Please don't be polite, cause I like your attitude. Let's forget about a curfew, cause cause all that is stuck in my head. It's me and you, both speeding, my heart is racing, but I'm not sure I wanna pace it, cause it only does this with you. Our bodies meet, I can feel the tension, move us into the next dimension. Let's just let our bodies be true.
Overall, we are very happy with the lights. We think they work really well, and I will leave their Amazon link down below so you can go ahead and check them out. But I will show you now how the lights look here now that it's nighttime. So this is the first mode, and the lights are on a medium light. This is the second mode where the lights are on a dim level, but they to go on high once they sense motion. And this is the last and final mode where they are off, and as soon as it detects motion, the lights go on high. And like I said before, I will be leaving their Amazon link down below so you can go ahead and check them out. The lights have been installed about a week and a half already, and so far they've been holding up really well. I really like them and I do recommend them. I will leave their Amazon link down in the description box so you can go ahead and check them out. Now we are going to move into our last and final project. As you can see, we are in my laundry room, and we are going to be making a countertop to put on top of our machines, because as you can see, it is a bare. So for this, we are using a maple board, and that we did have cut for us in Home Depot. They did cut it to size, and the leftovers is one of the pieces that we used to make our first project. So for this, my husband is going to be cutting some maple strips just to make the finish of the countertop, and he did go ahead and cut all the strips at a 45 angle, and here he's going to be gluing them using his nail gun to set all the edges, or the finishing edges in place.
We make out for the thrill of it, mess around for the thrill of it. Don't stop now, never let this end. For the thrill of it, we can have it, no regret. We make out for the thrill of it, mess around for the thrill of it. Don't stop now, never.
And just in case you are interested and want to know the measurements, I will have them in the description box so you can go ahead and check that out. My husband is going to be using now a wood filler just to cover all the nails that he used.
Regrets, girl, put your faith in me, even though we just met. Let's forget about our curfew, cause all that is stuck in my head. It's me and you, both speeding, my heart is racing.
Now that he's done filling any gaps and covering the nail heads, he is going to be sanding all the wood filler down with 80 grit sandpaper. And then he is going to be switching for a 600 grit sandpaper just to smooth everything out. Now we are going to be staining this piece, but like I said earlier, I did wanted to see if I can use a different stain color, just because I have used a special walnut many times throughout my home. So we did go ahead and try it out a different stain color, but honestly I just didn't like it. It was a bit darker, It is a nice color, but just a bit darker, so I didn't want to go that route. So we went ahead again and used the special walnut. And sorry, I don't have the color name for the other stain. My husband removed the label, so I don't know what it is. But we went ahead again and used the special walnut. But to be quite honest, I just feel like using this color throughout my home in different pieces makes everything more cohesive and just kind of flows better throughout my house. So I'm not mad at it. I really like this color, so that is why I use it a lot. And then we're going to be using a water-based varnish to varnish this piece. It is the same one that we used on our first project.
I'd run 1,000 miles if I could run with you. And from what I have heard, you do the same thing too. I wanna say forever, we could be good together. Guess misery loves company.
While this dries, we are going to be working on the legs, and for this we are using maple strips, and it is 1.5 by 3/4. My husband is going to be cutting it down, and we're going to be putting them together just so that they are a little bit thick and they can just hold our countertop in place. So he's going to be gluing this together and using his nail gun to attach the two pieces together, and we are going to be staining this and then giving it a coat of varnish as well.
You know we could do better, so take a chance and run with me. Everywhere we go, we turn to paradise. All I know is that I need you in my life. Let me show you how it feels to roll the dice. You know you want it, just say the word. Everywhere we go, we turn to paradise. All I know is that I need you in my life. Let me show you how it feels to roll the dice. You know you want it, just say the word. Oh.
Now that the first coat of varnish is dry, my husband is going to go with 150 grit sandpaper, and he's going to be sanding this down, and then he's going to go ahead and give a second coat of varnish just so that everything can be nice and smooth. I didn't add it here, but I am letting you know that that is something that we did as well. After that, we are putting varnish on the legs, and then we are going to be bringing this countertop upstairs into our laundry room so we can begin to set it in place. And I was just so excited in this part because it means that it is coming together, and I just couldn't wait for the end result. This is something that I wanted in our laundry room for a very long time, because like you saw on the previous clips, our laundry room is very, very simple and it doesn't have much storage. And basically here my husband is just going to be putting 2x3s for support, so he can hold the countertop in place. So that's why he was tracing the line and everything. But now I'm just going to be cleaning up a little bit, removing anything that was left here in the laundry room. And I was just showing you this lint bin that is magnetic. And now he's going to be putting the 2x3s on the wall. But when it came to the other side, we had no support beam, so he did go ahead and use the PL on the wood so we can secure it as best as possible, so it won't be falling or anything. And I also believe he used some screws and nails and everything to try to hold it in place and make sure it will not fall off, because we don't want this to be falling off or anything.
Whatever we do it just for fun. You only get so many trips around the sun. I
Now that the 2x3s are set in place, we are going to be bringing the counter and placing it there just to see if it's okay, if we don't need to make any adjustments before we secure it in place, and then later we won't have to make any adjustments. So we were just testing it out, seeing how it would look, if we like it, if we have to change anything before we make any permanent changes. So I was really happy. I couldn't wait to have it set in place, and so far this is how it is looking like. Like I said, we just wanted to make sure it was okay. We liked it, we were happy with it, so my husband went ahead and removed it. He put the machines closer together, and then he started to just use his nail gun to secure it in place at the back, to secure the legs, and then I will give you guys the end result because it is just so nice. I am so happy with it, and this laundry room is completely different just by adding this countertop. In here, I'm just showing you that you don't even notice the nail heads. He used very, very small nails to place the legs of this countertop or table, whatever you want to call it. But this is the end result. I am so happy with it. I've been using it for a while now, and I use it to fold my laundry, to fold the kids' clothes, and then from here I'll just take it to the rooms. But I am really, really enjoying this countertop. But like I said, this is the last and final project. We just had so much fun doing all of these projects, fixing our coffee station, adding the lights to our backyard, and adding this countertop or table into our laundry room. Like I said, I will be leaving though all the measurements down in the description box in case you want to check it out and make it yourself or get an idea, just kind of what the measurements might be or anything like that. But I really, really hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you consider subscribing if this is the first time you are watching. Don't forget that I will be doing a giveaway once we reach 500 subscribers. Don't forget to like, don't forget to comment, and I will see you all on my next video. I cannot wait to start making videos for this fall season. I have so many ideas, so definitely stay tuned, and I will see you all next time. Bye.